So, hello everyone. My name is Space Croquette, and today we will try to speedrun Midnight Manor, and I hope you will like it. Today with me I have Travis Meinhardt. So, hello Travis.
Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I'm Travis. I'm the developer of Midnight Manor. Just a quick introduction. Midnight Manor is a pick 'em up platformer, so it's mechanically similar to games such as Super Mario Bros. 2 and Bible Adventures on the NES, if anybody's played those games. Uh, it's a game that's focused on exploration and passive storytelling, though there are no active threats in the game, and your progress through the story is made through using objects that can be picked up so you can navigate the environment.
Oh,
Some of the objects will provide you with various power-ups, such as increased speed, additional jumps,
mm.
and ability to dash, which Space will demonstrate shortly.
So then let's start then. So this game has an integrated timer to favorize the speedrun. So let's end the Dutch directly at the beginning, and let's try to find some secret to help us in our exploration. So tell us a bit, what is it all about, Travis?
Yeah, so the story of the game is left a little ambiguous. I wanted to kind of tell the story through various events that happen through the game, but the basic idea is that you're kind of like a person down on his luck, and you shelter yourself inside this weird manor to get out of a storm. And inside the manor, you're greeted by an old man who asks you to do some very humorously dark tasks, um, which you're obviously supposed to question. So, in doing these tasks, the story kind of progresses and things get weirder and weirder.
Yes, and something really nice with this game, there is 4 different endings, and in this showcase we will play all of them. And now I start with the one called the pacifier ending, which is meant to be the true ending of the game, if I can say that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so any percent basically in this game means that you can see him picking up, right here, you can see him picking up some pumpkins, jack-o'-lanterns, and he's smashing them, and anytime a secret room is revealed, those count towards 100%. So he's going to be skipping some of those throughout these runs.
Yes. So this part of the manor, we are still investigating what's the best way to go through it. That's incredible hard to move all these items and to burn them as fast as possible. And we recently find new strategies to try to burn them, but still pretty hard to move all of them, because this game is a lot of super play. Of course, you have to find your routes in the manor to find the best route to explore, because it's a bit like a labyrinth, and that's something really interesting in the game. So,
Yeah, and a basic playthrough when someone first picks up the game is usually between 30 to 45 minutes to get to a single ending. So Space actually has, for example, one of his endings that he's going to demonstrate, not this one, but one coming up, is under 3 minutes. So a lot of the game is routing, a lot of the game is just really a memorization of the level itself and the route you take to pick up the power-ups to make you faster.
so what are we doing right now? We are
Yeah,
after
so
some ghosts. They have done
we are
nothing.
we are capturing some ghosts, which was one of the well, shouldn't say final, but one of the tasks that the old man presents to you. Again, kind of some dark humor in this. You have no idea how you got caught up in this mess, but here you are.
So I told you a few days ago we find a way to skip the cutscenes, so be ready.
Oh yeah,
Up, and you see.
impressive. Yeah, so there's a trigger at the bottom of that fall that usually that plays an animation for the player that actually loses them at least 4 to 5 seconds, I would say. So.
And we found it really, literally 2 days ago. So
Yeah, it's a pretty huge optimization. Like I said, the records for this game right now are so optimized that it's very, very difficult to get a world record in some of the categories. But yeah, so this area is called the stomach. This was designed to be completely different than the manor. So the manor is kind of made up of winding hallways, tight winding hallways, and it has easily identifiable landmarks. So the stomach was made to be like a mirrored layout without any landmarks at all. So the player would get kind of lost in it. And it's hard to tell, but basically when you first arrive here, the game kind of forces you down deeper and deeper, and you're unable to get out until you get to the absolute bottom of the level. So all those things together kind of add to a bit of an unsettling.
so it's new record, but because I wiped my save just before. So, but it's not a world record. So
Yeah.
it was the first ending, and so that was actually one of the longest one. And that's something that's really nice with this game also, that's all ending are really, really fast and you can go for that. And you have the scoreboards that always follow all your time and what you can do. And so now I will go for the end welcome home. So maybe you can speak about what was the first two ending of the game actually, because at the beginning the ending of what I've just made right now didn't exist at all. So
yeah. So another 5 months to finish the game and release it. So in that first release, there were two endings, specifically Convergence, which we'll see soon, and the Welcome Home ending that he's doing now. Those are the two shorter endings of the game. One bad, one good. Months later, I think another 5 months or so, I added two additional endings. One was Pacify, which we just saw, and the other one, which will demo, I think, the last in this run. But yeah, so the Welcome Home ending is the good of the two shorter endings, but technically not the true ending of the game.
Like I'm trying to abuse of all the secret and power up I can find, and now I will use the cauldron. That's a route we found pretty late to use the side of the cauldron as a platform to help us coming here. At the beginning we were making a big round all around the manor to reach this place here, and it was a nice found from us. That
Yeah, I think that was probably one of the first big time saves is messing with the cauldron. So the cauldron has some quirks to it. Obviously, dealing with physics in games is not entirely predictable, but yeah, if it's not a bone, anything that goes into the cauldron spits it back out. So in doing so, you can come up with some really interesting ways to launch items out of it like a rocket. But on top of that, what really came from that and the thing that was most useful was just resting the box on the edge so you can use it as a higher platform.
That's pretty interesting that you didn't want it to correct or to solve the possible bugs you may have with it, because theoretically you can soft lock your game if you but it's cool because it let us the possibility to find maybe there is this theory, if you are hit by a box going out from the cauldron, that you can be projected from at the top of the manor, but never managed to do it at the moment. So
yeah, there are very extreme, like rare cases where you can actually lock some of the items in platforms and get the physics gravity to build up so much that it launches them through the map. So fun to play with.
It was welcome home. So we decided to help the ghost and not the old man. And maybe you want to tell a bit more about this old man. Who is this guy?
Yeah, so I mentioned a little bit of the story is kind of a little unclear, I guess, maybe even more unclear than I initially planned for it to be. The idea is that there's a family living in this house, and some crazy cult and cult member following the demon that we saw earlier was kind of beckoned to this house, and in the process of killing the family, he became a ghost himself, and because of that, he has to have someone else do all of these things for him to complete a ritual that progresses the story of the game and kind of leads to the ultimate ending.
And now we are making my favorite ending of the game, convergence. I really like this ending somehow. It's I like the length of it. I like that the part of the exploration of the manor you are doing. I like the end very much. That's I heard you like to play with these little corpses, if I can already say something like this.
Yeah, so the game is inspired, mostly by my love for horror films, even really bad ones. So a lot of the fun in making the game was kind of being able to do some like dark things, but with a bit of humor in it. So the convergence ending coming up is probably one of the more fun things I got to do, explicitly with using corpses and body parts and things like that. So although I think space is going to beat it so quickly that you'll probably just see a flash of it, but if you play through the game, it can get pretty bloody.
Yeah, it's really interesting to explore the manor when it's really interesting to explore the manor while doing the convergence ending. When you are close to the end, it's I recommend to do it, because I think if you are missing some splasher, then you will find it with the convergence ending. That's so this time we will accept his quest and use the vessel, and the power-up I'm using during the run are really well calculated. There is way more power-up hidden everywhere in the game. You can go faster, you can jump higher, extra, but I'm exactly taking some, for example, the exact number of jump to be able to do this jump, for example. If I didn't took the correct pumpkin to do that, I have to move boxes and things like that, and then I'm losing a lot of time because of that. I'm moving a lot of boxes also, sometimes randomly, but it's not so randomly. I'm usually moving it out of my way because I know that later they will maybe be on the way when I want to throw something, or I'm doing it a lot with the bones part, for example.
Yeah. And there's a lot of things that he's doing that might not be super apparent. So one of the things, because the game is so optimized, like every second really matters. So you'll notice when he's grabbing some objects, he jumps just enough for the pickup trigger to grab an item from above, but he doesn't actually get hung up on the platform that the item is sitting on. That prevents him from going up, standing on the platform, and then having to manually drop down. It's just like really, really tiny micro optimizations that they have to do throughout the runs.
So we are starting the last ending now. So we are going now for the sacrifice ending. And so let's go.
Yeah, so this is the bad of the longer two endings. I guess you can say this is the true bad ending.
Yeah, the true bad ending. Actually, that's the correct ending for any horror film, actually.
True. True.
So, for example, here, I'm moving this box because when I will come back with the bones, if the box is still there, when I will throw the bone, my bones, they will hit the box and they will be stopped. So I will lose some second to do that.
Really well done. Yeah, and just keep an eye on how he jumps. You'll see occasionally he'll grab an item without actually entering the entering the platform and crossing over it. That's another trick there too. I don't think we explained, but the trigger for the cauldron doesn't actually require that item go into the cauldron. It's actually kind of towards the bottom of it. So if you just drop it while standing on top of the cauldron, it'll still trigger the event.
At first, we were always throwing it from above, and it was by chance that we found that also. So here, tick. So
the eggplant there is a reference to Spelunky for anyone who's played that. I wish there was a deeper secret as similar to Spelunky, but there isn't. It was more of just a nod. Spelunky is another game where you can pick items up like that and move them about. So
that's true. That's never try to. Maybe if we glitch the game, we don't have to burn the aubergine. I don't know the word.
Yeah.
And then we bring back to the demon, and then we have a super secret ending.
You never know. I'm still updating the game, so you can see right there he pulled off one of those quick grabs without actually going.
So and then. So and so in the first ending, we saw this portal that I took. That's where will lead this portal. Do you already have an idea? Do you have any plan then for what you want to do after that?
Yeah, that was kind of intentionally left there. I made this game very quickly, but I really did like a lot of the theme and the freedom to kind of have some fun with some gruesome things. So always on the back of my mind to maybe make another one. I don't have a ton of time nowadays, but I do like making shorter games like this. So maybe one day there'll be a sequel.
It was, for me, it was really great to find this game in in a racial bundle justice that you have made with that's. I discovered the game there, and it was incredible because probably without this game, I would not be there today. I must say. So I
Yeah,
would.
I'm so glad you found it as well. Yeah, it's been great watching you basically destroy this game. It's been a lot of fun. And yeah, that's a note. I mean, if the racial justice bundle, if you purchase that on itch, this game's part of it, so you might already own it.
So the super pumpkin. Ah, no, I did forget to make a pause. Yep. I'm making my old strat, making a mistake. That's the whole strat. We found a new route just very recently, and which is way better. And it's always nice when people come and try things you never thought about before, and I hope a lot of people will maybe come again and help us find new routes about that.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'd love to see. We actually had someone break a couple world records a few days ago, so we'd love to see more. Most of the 100% routes are not even completed, so yeah, still some spots to be taken on the leaderboard. Well done.
That's nice. And the demon is happy now. So that was Midnight Manor, and it's not so far away from the record actually,
Yeah,
but it's not.
yeah.
It's not, unfortunately. So it was Midnight Manor. That's we hope that you liked it, and we hope that other people want to run it now, maybe.
Yeah, yeah, that'd be
So,
great. Yeah, thanks so much for running it. Thanks so much for having us. Really appreciate it. It was really fun to be here.
and thank you very much at Indiethon to have invited us, and hope we see you again a bit later. Then, so thank you very much, and bye bye.
See ya.